Good morning and welcome to our daily money habits broadcast. Let's see if I turn this light off. Okay, well, it's a little bit dark and dreary in Chicago. Thank you for joining and happy Thanksgiving to those in the US that are celebrating this day of giving thanks. And what I am thankful for is our technology, is our ability to reach each other. So, what do I want to talk about today? Something that's been on my mind for the last week or so as I've been thinking about the road to financial freedom and the road that we're on, and some things that I know that I get a lot of questions or question marks about is the skill sets and the ability to manage your own money. And I think most people shy away from it because they just don't know how and they just don't know what to do. And the thing is, and I'm borrowing from someone this analogy that you didn't know how to drive, but you learned anyway, right? And it's in the US, we are a country of drivers and we value our freedom and our independence on the road. So I want to use this analogy for you to help you think about what it is that you're doing with your financial life. And I think that most people are trying to get on the road to financial freedom by riding in the trunk. And what do I mean by that? I mean, people are climbing in the back, shutting the hatch behind them, and huddling in the dark, and hoping to get somewhere. And they're hoping someone else gets in the driver's seat and drives them there. They hope that, maybe it's a spouse, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's your parents. You're just hoping that someone, for God's sake, somebody get in the driver's seat and get me there. And then sometimes people get driven around the block and dropped off at the same spot. Hey, here you are, open the trunk. And you're like, wow, that was great. Thank you for taking me exactly to where I started. So my message to you today is to get out of the trunk and get in the driver's seat because the view is better. You can see in front of you, you have the controls, but you have to be willing to learn how to drive the car. So you either get a manual, get somebody to teach you, and you learn to drive in the parking lot. So, but you need to, how to use the controls. You're going to need to know when to push on the accelerator or push on the brake. And my favorite, I drive a manual transmission, which I know is unusual, especially in the US. You've got to know which gear you're in. If you're trying to accelerate, that's an analogy for spending, on the highway of finance, and you're stuck in first gear, which means your earnings are not good, then you're gonna grind down your engine and you're gonna grind down your gear. So learn how to drive. Pick the right speed for the right gear that you're in. If you want to shift up, make sure the road is clear ahead of you, right? Know where you're going. But you've got to figure out how to work the controls, right? You've got to figure out how to manage your money, how to track your spending. You've got to read that speedometer and say, am I going too fast for this curve, right? Am I going to crash? If you're in the trunk and you're going down the cliff, it feels like you're going somewhere, but it's somewhere, it's nowhere fast. So get your driver's license. Figure out how to manage your money. If you're still beginning, there's lots of resources to teach you about the basics of finance. And part of what I do on Periscope is just try to share with you what's worked for me, what I've developed, all the skill sets. There's a ton of resources out there. Ask someone who's you think is a little bit more ahead of you on the financial road to freedom, and ask them to share with you. Look at your finances, look at what you're doing. But most important thing is stop thinking that riding in that trunk is a way to go. It's just really uncomfortable and it's dark. And then some people, they hitchhike. They're hoping somebody will stop by and, give them a ride in the passenger seat. Or they're getting in the back. A lot of people are getting in the back on the road to financial freedom. And I want every single person to take control and get in the driver's seat. And yes, it's scary. And yes, you have to hold the wheel. And you need to know how to shift to the right gear. And you need to know when you slow down and when you speed up. And you need to learn the rules of the road and all of the signs and all of the all the rules. And we do that, when you first start out driving, it's hard. It's scary to get on the highway, for example, or, if you don't know how to drive stick, you got to learn in the parking lot. I learned in the parking lot, both for driving and for my finances. So that's the message for today. And if you're new to my broadcasts, I do a daily broadcast at 10 a.m. Central Time, and where I talk about developing money habits, because that's all it is as a habit to take control of your money and to manage your money, and do it every day. Do it on a regular basis. Like all other habits, the more you do it, the easier it gets, the more you learn. So if you're new and you like to learn more, you need some daily reinforcement. Hello. You need some daily reinforcement and you just want to pick up some things. It's 5-10 minutes a day. Swipe right on Apple and pick my name and press follow, or up on Android. And I welcome everybody to, I'm doing well, thank you. I welcome everybody to tune in and listen to the Money Habits broadcast, because I want people to be empowered to take control of their money, and I want people to feel capable and feel skilled and feel confident in making decisions, making small money decisions, making big money decisions, and really get on the right road, and be in the driver's seat of your financial life. So that's my broadcast for today. It's really just get you to think about it and say, where are you? Where are you seated? Where are you trying? How are you trying to get there? Are you taking a bus? Are you trying to ride a bike? Are you trying to walk? Are you riding in the trunk? Or are you ready to get in the driver's seat? And if you're ready to get in the driver's seat, get the resources, start learning and start doing. The most effective way of learning how is to start doing. And we talk about that during the week, every day. Again, some of it is mindset, some of it is habits, some of it is skills. And there just and I read a lot about money management because I like it. And so I hear the same messages from many different people who are either successful already, who give out this advice, and it resonates, and it's the same. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving to everybody who's in the U.S., and enjoy your rest of your Thursday. And thank you for joining. I do appreciate the attention that you give me, and the ability for me to share this message about taking care of your finances, taking care of your money. So take care of you. All right. Hopefully see you tomorrow.